Saturday Showdown, T1 versus Hanwha Life Esports.
It's also, I think it is really good at 2MF, right? Because you can block so much over damage. And they are mostly melee comp, so I think Braum will always get good value. DRX, actually, just going for a straight up Team 5 comp. I'm not a fan of the Gwen. I think that one was a bit of a mistake. But the rest of this comp, when you're struggling, pick a Team 5 comp. It's very clear what you do. You go in with Rel, follow up with Wukong, you layer your damage and your CC on top. That's it. That's the whole comp. And DK, that's a 1-for-1 comp if I've ever seen one.
Anyway, guys, we're ready to go. Let's hop into the rift for game number 1. Or not like a set number of teams. I would have done like 6 and 4. You know, it doesn't make any sense for a tournament, but like...
Oh, Lucid.
Yeah, he says, well, there's a giant wave in top. I might as well just take this kill instead. Looking at... Okay. Lucid has chosen passivity today. He said, okay, you're talking about passivity in the Rats group. I'm just not going to do anything on Xin Zhao pre-6.
But yeah, so you're giving up Drake. You are taking Rich out of a bad matchup.
Definitely going to be something to look forward to. Maybe this is just another composition to help practice that exact thing, as we do have a little bit of a skirmish here. Not really amounting to too much, though. No real action, as it is going to be 2 that do go over to DRX, though. So he was doing a good job. You know, you want to hold it and have it keep spinning. As a little engaged here on a Lucid. Both Ondil and Sponge can get inside of his ult, and Lucid in a bit of trouble, has to flash the wall. He is going to get to safety. His team was all there, so...
Shiwu has TP, and Rich does not.
We're going to have the Rel ult here in 5 seconds, so that's an opportunity.
I don't know if they should contest. Also, Lucid's ultimate is almost up.
All right, well, they're going to contest. As in we go. That is a big combo, but the Braum value comes in for the MF, but still a ton of damage done to Lucid, as he is going to die to the final rock from the Talia. First blood goes over to Yehu. And now DRX in a pretty good spot. Blast forward, though, from Showmaker. Wants to get the kill. And even though the man advantage goes over to Yehu, and DRX, oh, the cards! Not quite going to land. And with the amount of damage that is done, it looks like DRX can't quite stand the Dragon. Just going to start up the Dragon on Vision again. They say, okay, we're doing the Dragon, guys. There's nothing you can do about it. DRX say, yes, we can.
Can they do? Well, might be too late.
That, as looking for the yellow card, not going to come through. We do have the Cyclone this time, as Lucid just kind of stands there, tries to turn it around, goes in, but now he's going to go down. We got a TP coming in from Shiwu, as this right from VK, not the best, as Shiwu is just bouncing around, trying to dodge the MF ult, but he's alone. As he flashes away, looks like he barely will get away, and now the poke is coming out from Aiming and Showmaker. Looking a lot like the last fight, actually. Only 1 kill going over to DRX, but this time, DK got the Dragon. We do have a fight here on the Rift Heralds. Maybe.
Showmaker is definitely going to TP in. They're going to look for the contest here.
We'll see if they actually get here in time to fight. Lucid in position, but the wall is there. The barrel's just going to block that, so another use for the Braum in this comp. Has no wall, but it is going to be smited down, and the Magnet combo with the bullet time is pretty good, but they're not going to get any kills until just now. Lucid goes down, and Shiwu kind of separated from the rest of the team. Doesn't have his flash. He's going to go down. The Showmaker and Aiming once again left alone, trying to pick off the pieces, but they just cannot. 2 more kills for DRX.
I'm not going to lie, having as much damage taken as Braum as your Ezreal, that can't be right.
I mean, I don't think there's been an opportunity either for Beryl to like run a bit of zoning there. Not sure about that. Yeah, a lot of circles down here, and I think Rich is going to get the worst end of the circles. A lot of needles do go in, though. Another gold card finally, and a bit of burst damage here from Shiwu gets the job done. Showmaker now can sit here, but this Drake is going to go over to DRX at least. I mean, he can't base if they want to fight for this. He is going to stay, so it looks like DK...
Are we just flipping?
Just gonna flip it. We got a wall in here, but that's not gonna stop Lucid from being in, as now the Gwen's gonna go forward. Ondil nearly dies, so no engage from him, and now the combo comes out from only Teddy, and there's a ton of damage being done here by DK. The Otacon did go over through the side of DRX, but now the gold cards are flying, and it looks like Yehu will bite the dust as well. 2 kills for DK, and only the Otacon to show for it here for DRX.
Getting Otacon just isn't worth losing the fight, losing a turret, and losing Soul Point.
If you play it perfectly, like, there are definitely ways to bait your team in, as, speaking of which, little bait on a Lucid, who desperately wants a blue buff, and he'll get it. and then die. Now we got a fight here. Teddy is going to be poked out by Showmaker, but now he's in a bad spot, trying to run away. He's going to go down. That's a shutdown here. As Ingo Shu, desperate for a kill, just giving himself away, and gives the kill to Teddy too. With the Baron available, DK just say, here, take 3 kills.
That's Nash going over to DRX.
Not really an opportunity.
Showmaker does have ult.
Too much, and we have TP coming in now, just in case. DRX want to fight. There's the engage. They're going to find 2. It's the front line, but a bunch of damage goes down. The first to go down, though, is Andil. Shu in the front line just gets ripped to shreds. But down will go Sponge. Goes a little bit too far ahead of his team there. Still, Dragon is taken by DRX.
To make me believe that they can kill the opponent Nexus is a possible collapse.
Yeah, I mean, this is the possibility you get with the TF. Lucid, though, taking a bunch of damage himself. There's the knockback. And he's going to rely on Beryl just a little bit to save him. No pick will come through either. A little denial of the back.
If you make sure that you don't actually take a fight in the small and close spaces, there's the flank.
Yeah, there's the fight as they get on in the front line. It's just burning down. Lucid with the Southern Sky will survive for a little bit. Shu finally gets here with his ult. Not really going to do enough. They're trying to get on top of Teddy here, but they're going too deep for this once again. Reminds me of a certain different fight we had earlier on in this game, but Aiming is really the one guy who's the savior of this team. Unfortunately, Yehu is a bit more fed, and no knockup is going to hit, but Beryl will still bite the dust. Bit of damage from Aiming, but Yehu kind of holds on to the play, and they'll look at Baron again.
Showmaker is going to TP in with Death Cap done. Aiming. Does his ult find the mark? A lot of damage.
Oh, Sponge.
I think they're fine, though. Andil can engage as well. And this is just gone.
There are opportunities.
Poke is hitting. Andil's low. They have Sponge as well, though, as a secondary tool.
All right, Luce is going to stay on the left side of the wall here. Shu gets a ton of damage done to him. He goes down without doing anything. And Lucid as well, just going to burn, and the damage from DRX is just too large. And DK cannot handle it at all. DRX win the fight again in a huge way. And it feels like both teams don't want solo. Okay, just going to go for the Baron then. And the timing of this is 10 seconds before the Drake is even around. And there's the turn. Finally comes through. And Lucid pops like a balloon. Just gone. And is now 0-7. And they don't have a jungler. As down goes DK in this fight in a big way. DRX. Showmaker trying to push mid. And, well, he's going to do a bunch of damage. But I don't know if he's getting out of there. And now we got a little fight trying to get on top of Sponge. As that is a bunch of damage coming out from Aiming. That's a kill. But Aiming's got to go on to everyone. Teddy flashing in. Just going to take him down. And Aiming slowed up. Going to get stunned up multiple times. And it looks like he is Ezreal, so he gets away. But not very clean.
But it looks like DRX still undisturbed. Win the fight. They get the Nash. What about this attempt? Okay, this Baron is gone.
Well, they see it leaving.
Okay.
Showmaker is pushing bot, but smartly, Rich is already there.
So what is the counterpunch, DK?
It's okay, they have an ocean drink. All right, the engage comes in, and it's Lucid and Beryl again. They get caught up in this, but they don't get the kills. Now they're going to get the kills. Okay, just a little bit delayed. And I think the power level of DRX right now is just overwhelming. And, yeah, DRX, they get a couple of kills. No jungler. Just take the Elder now.
Okay, but there's 2 people.
There are 2 people and no Baron.
And
you
they're
don't
playing.
have Baron. Okay, well, I mean, that was their last choice, right?
They have to try something.
That was a nice little gambit here from the side of DK. It's not going to work. It's very funny, though. They're just going to fight here 2v2. Yehu's flashing.
Get him! Get him, DK!
Get him, Yehu! Yeah! Okay, not going to happen. GG, DRX take down the Nexus in about 49.5 minutes. He almost did the most damage of the game. Like, he was fine, but he was also Ezreal while his team got engaged on.
The biggest difference to me, and I think it's even telegraphed by these damage graphs, is DRX was a team, and DK just wasn't. So many of these plays early on just felt completely mistimed, miscommunicated.
This comp from DRX is disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, I think you look at the D+ comp, and I think it's fine. You know, speed up for Skarner is nice, but
Late game is excellent, sure.
mid game is not it. And then for DRX, I don't even think that this comp falls off late game, right? Because there is so much upfront burst you have available. But the mid game, the agency that Sponge is going to have, the power that Ando has with this Nico. And as a reminder, DK, if they lose this, will only be 4 series away from their next competitors.
We'll see how it goes, though, if DRX can make it work again in game number 2. Imagine if Corky just looked like that the whole game.
How about that one, Teddy? It's Showmaker.
Uh-oh, early gank here, Showmaker. He is going to flash, but you're really not going to get away from this until the Skarner shows up. Lucid there right on time to save his mid laner. And that's going to be huge to save Showmaker's life. Yeah.
The layering is good. The disengage from DK is crazy, though.
Did Showmaker really get baited by that? Did he really get baited by that? He thought it was just the Nico. It was Sponge too. Looks like DK have just elected not to really fight for this. I mean, Lucid, he's not going to get in range to smite. He doesn't have his mid laner. Showmaker says, I'm going to push in the wave. I need to catch up.
That's fine. I don't think you're too bothered if you're DK. You're looking and you're going, he's actually going to have a lot of mitigating impacts. All
right, Ondel just going to run straight into them and die. As a nice little hide on bush effective from Lucid. Didn't expect him to be that deep in his own jungle.
Nothing too crazy, but the fact that it's aiming that gets the kill as well is a big deal. As here, very straightforward. Lucid just finding the smash into the ultimate. It's about absorbing the initial blow. They're so slow, though.
Yeah, very slow. And the freeze here on a Lucid, and the triple knockup from the side of Ondil just keeps them all locked up. And this is looking just like game 1, where Lucid gets caught, dies immediately on the turn on the objective.
Shiu, I've seen this one before.
Well,
I guess he's fine this time, maybe.
Yeah. Well, they're still going to stick around for this one. They're just going to fight on a Shiu, and, well, he's going to try to flash as well, and he is absolutely not fine, Chronicler. So a very nice and effective caster curse from you.
Now that they are a member up, as the Herald is it was actually...
Yeah, it was taken by you. Yeah. And he doesn't have TP, so I think that's part of why DK are just like, well, we can just take this objective.
I'm not even joking.
Oh, a little engaged here, but we got the cleanse on aiming, who is going to take a ton of damage from Teddy. Nearly takes his head off, and the two of them just have to run away. It's not a fight that DK could win by any means, but at least they survive.
I guess you're Corky. I guess it's not too bad. As Shiu, you are alone.
Yep, he's
reinforcements are on the way.
Some friends, but I think they're going to be late, and the amount of CC that's here is just way too much. Lucid is going to CC the Gromp, though, so he did that.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to join at that point.
Yeah, obviously, I'm just, So yeah, that's going to be Shiu caught out once again. Sponge, awkward spot for him. He's going to be stunned up. Little Impale comes in, and Sponge, maybe a little bit overconfident, gives a shutdown to the 2-0, now Sivir.
Mid lane turret is definitely going to...
No, they're just sending it into Otacon. And DK say...
They're going to get 2 turrets?
You can have it. I don't think they're going to get 2 turrets, Chronicler. I think they're only going to get 1. And they gave away the Otacon for free.
Get in the zoom in.
The engaged Mega Cone. He does have flash, though.
Okay.
Well, counter engage here from DRX, perhaps. Rich took a ton of damage.
They're a member down, DK.
Yeah.
You have to be a little careful. They are not. They are showing strength. I feel like they could have gotten engaged on, but I guess it's what is happening?
This is such
what is this? Why are they getting how are they getting away with this?
They're just walking the Sejuani. Sponge is like, guys, come on. Like, let's group up, let's do something.
Listen, I know Rich was half health, but you still have a Rumble Equalizer and they're in the jungle! This game is getting to me, Velves.
It's one chem.
Okay, but even this, man, I'm telling you, they could have easily contested this. Like,
I'm not getting excited for a fight yet. I know we're 24 minutes. Okay, right as I say that, they're just diving Rich. He's just dead. Maybe I should have been excited for a fight. Nice little trying to set up something on a Showmaker. There you go. It's going to miss, though. And maybe still a bit of damage to go in. They're just pushing mid, though, at the same time and keeping this wave safe. So even if they don't get Showmaker, they're going to get the turret. And that's really what they came for. So we talked about aiming in game 1. He didn't really get an opportunity to carry in that one. Might get it in this one, as now the engage here onto Ondil. Meanwhile, Shiu is getting incredibly low. And we got TPs coming in, tons of damage into the Zambesa, and Yehu's shield! No, it's not gonna happen, the shield comes out and saves his life. That's now flash in from Lucid. He's taking so much, and there goes Ondil, gonna get the knockup and immediately die, and kind of baits his team as well. Sponge just on the run.
Drake for free. Interesting.
This is how much value Chemtech Drake.
Okay.
Chemtech Drake.
No, but we say that.
Just start the Baron.
Well, you gotta fight.
Yeah.
Might as well do it on this.
I mean, this is how DRX have been winning all day long, so.
It's a team fight, but this time, TK are just kind of bullying them off.
Okay, just gonna root up Lucid. Rich is here.
They got TP out of Shiudo, so it is a win.
Yeah.
DRX.
That's a good call. Just start it, pull off, get the TP. You're not really losing anything.
Oh.
DRX should have been trying to do this for a while, and now Shiu.
There's only one way to go.
Okay, just gonna go in on the Teddy.
What did you show?
All right, well, they still have a ton of damage into the Zambesa, but they're not gonna get the kill, and the shield comes through, as now we got the ult through from the Yahoo. It is gigantic, as now Showmaker, though, on the disengage, gets sponged down. Yahoo also going to be zoned away, but Lucid taking a bunch from Teddy. And now it might just be the show of the 80 carries and the scaling as in goes Rich. He's got the Sonya's and Lucid's gonna go down. In with the Valkyrie goes Teddy is insane. And that was a little bit too far too forward. Yehu was just hanging out in the lane. Was not part of this at all. And is not going to be part of it anymore.
They got Soul at DRX. Pull the trigger again.
Yeah, they're just going to say, okay, we can get this Baron, but it's on Vision and they don't seem to care. They're just going to try to zone them away or maybe look for a turn. I don't know. They don't seem to have any plan. As in goes Shiu, and now the turn comes in. It's totally going to miss. Barrel takes a bunch of damage. Ondil gets the knockup into the front line. Shiu gets away, though, and Rich isn't really there. Comes down to a flip, and it goes over to Lucid. The smite gets it to 93, and that is not 0. That is not going to get you the objective. DK win a giant fight 35 minutes in.
But it will be DK in this next one. DRX, even with that composition, couldn't quite fight the angles. I think Rich really struggling on the Rumble as well. And another long game, 35 minutes. We will be going to that game number 3, Valdez.
And it might just happen. You see, this game was basically just one team fight there at the end. And that was the end of it.
For me, when you look at 20 minutes and it's like maybe 1.2k gold lead for the composition on the right, I'm like, okay, this is going to be an uphill battle. Casio instead. I would have much rather seen the... I guess why you can't blind Camille, right? I think going Cyan here makes sense. I think that is warranted, but...
You could have picked anything instead of Cassiopeia.
Yeah. Now, so I like Cho'Gath a lot. I think it's good, but we are in the studio. We can also hear the cries of despair. I think Cho'Gath's good. I think he's good into Cyan. I actually think he does want the DRX comp. And we saw the Lord, Morgan himself, have a legit 1v9 performance.
But
I also think that DK has sucked playing around it. I also think that Shiu, when he played it, did not look good. Better than Beryl. That's a low bar. Better than Showmaker, which is also a low bar, which again, I can't believe I'm saying, but that did happen.
I mean, his Cho was all right. He did the cool build, Showmakers.
Oh, yeah. Barrels was... Okay, I thought for a second.
No, not Barrels. No, not him.
So, I hope the early skirmishes go well, DK! Because obviously we talked about this a lot, right? Like, they're a Vibes team. We've seen them perform really well even earlier this year. Wonderful.
Only bangers. Early Ocean Drake for DK, just like game 1.
That's big. Fun.
Cassiopeia.
No fun. We're gonna take this, and then we're gonna... Oh, Barrel!
Okay, Barrel says, we're having fun! He's up a level on Ondil, and he has his ultimate. And, okay, Jin. And meanwhile, we got a fight in bot lane. Shiu trying to... he doesn't care about Rich. He's like, you're out of mana, I've got sustain. Flash forward, Chain's gonna totally miss. And, yeah, I don't know, guys.
Triple TP! Does that mean nothing happens?
Well, Sponge is here.
He is.
He's... Yeah, they have Cho'Gath.
That's Cho'Gath.
They still do have Cho'Gath.
That's Cho'Gath.
It's Chemtech Soul, by the way. And
I guess we're just letting him die?
Yeah. That's Cho'Gath.
That was Cho'Gath.
That's just Cho'Gath things that we didn't have any action until randomly somebody died. As, okay, a little root here on a Sponge. Teddy takes a giant shot to the head as now a bunch of damage goes to Beryl. As that's what I'm talking about. He's just going to die in all these fights, and no reset comes through because there's just not enough damage.
The turret here as well, and that turret I think is taken because Showmaker just got bullied in the lane. Objective.
Trying to go for a fight here once again as Beryl does get bullied, has to flash away. TP's coming in from the Cho'Gath, and I think it might just be another episode of Leave the Cho'Gath to Die. As, yeah, that will be the case. The Scion gets the kill. So Rich gets that. And, yeah, the Rift Herald picked up here by Lucid at least. And 86 on his Heartsteel. That was not close. And now the engage goes in on a Beryl, who, again, is nearly going to die. And, oh, the angle here is excellent from Rich. He's going to take down Aiming, who is right in the front. And now he's right below them on the floor. So another kill goes to DRX.
The health bars for them are still looking good. DK, you can see them contemplate.
Oh, the flash on a 3 is huge here from Ondil. And the follow-up is big as well. They get the kill on a Beryl. And, yeah, DK, they just keep wanting to go in. And another combo comes out from Ondil. A bunch of damage there. We finally got the reset, but the knockup comes in. Lucid barely on any health, and he's going to finally get those resets in. As Lucid, he found his angle. We were waiting so long for it to happen. And now the Viego is finally popping off. Picks up the 1 kill and wins the fight. DK are right back in it. I think if he hooks, he dies. And he might not even get to hook here. Okay, just going to get rooted down and dies. So that's going to be the end of Beryl for the 3rd time. And now we got the engage coming in from the top side here. Rich locking down the Cho'Gath. Shu in a bunch of trouble, has to flash away.
TP comes in. This Otacon is still a bit risky.
Yeah,
only Alistar, Cho, but also only Alistar and Yehu have their ultimates available. There's still a lot of power here for DK.
Yeah. They're coming on in. They're looking for that angle. Alistar ult taken here by Showmaker. Wants to just go straight in, and that he will. They're looking to turn, and it's only damage into Cho'Gath, and it's not enough. Meanwhile, Showmaker's just in that back line with the Unbreakable Will, but it climbs out, and the knock-up is gigantic. But Lucid here, gonna start to get those resets. Get the engage on the Alistar. Looks so clean on this Viego tonight. And he will be able to help his team collect the Otacon once again on a very close fight. Yeah, the flank is going to be pretty massive.
They know now.
It's coming in from the right side, and it's kind of locked by Ondil. And now they're just engaging on a Cho once again. They might have the damage, but the hook comes in on a Yehu. But can they actually take him out? Yes, they can. And now it's resets for Lucid once again. They find the 1 target, and they just burst down the rest of the comp. DRX just get routed and can't do anything about it.
Still, he's happy because while that happens, Beryl finds backline access onto Yehu, a damage Viego build, okay?
Yeah. Well, the hook doesn't have to hit. That's what Beryl is teaching us here tonight. And Sponge going to be pretty low, but Beryl even lower. As down he will go. And again, I told you guys this is what's just going to happen with the Nautilus. It's his job. He goes in and dies. And this
Showmaker!
All right, that's, ooh, very, very close. That was a fully charged one as well.
Why are we fighting this DK?
We're just fighting, okay. Tons of damage in the Sponge, and it kind of works out. Big follow-up comes in, and the damage goes into Shu once again, and nobody can lock down Showmaker, who's got the Alistar ult, and everything went into Shu once again as the resets come through.
Yehu!
He's very low, and Yehu has not been touched at all, and neither has Teddy. And Aiming's like, okay, I'm gonna just push them away. Yeah. I mean, as long as they're like chipping away and not full on engaging, like this is fine. Onto with the Hex Flash, you know, and just waiting for the engage and looking for the counter with the Cassio. This is great. Just hold on to this bush. And DRX will be in a fantastic spot. Now Aiming, nearly loses his life to just 1 combo from Teddy. Meanwhile, Lucid's on the left side. Shu gonna get knocked up.
Does the flash?
Lucid's nowhere to be found. They can't go into this engage at all. Shu just dies for free. And this looks much better from DRX.
That's the soul denied. DRX will get that. Does not compare to both Cassio, but obviously mostly Teddy on this front. I wonder what the damage numbers are. They got to be crazy. As Shield might have to flash. Yep. There we go. Did get a ultimate from Sponge, which is something, but still not that great.
like how DK now are trying to hold on to this push. We've got to utilize it. The hook goes into the Scion, so now we're just playing kill the tank on the other side as Rich going to flash and ult away. And
Well, they got to try now. They got to pull the trigger.
there's a lot of damage.
TP comes in. I think they have to disengage, and it looks like they know Showmaker looking for a flank.
They definitely have to. They have to look for the turn as now looking for Yehu. They want Yehu. Barrel's going to go down, but that is understandable. Showmaker's in the back line. Wants to get on top of Teddy now, doing a ton of damage just by himself as the knockaway is huge, but it's not going to stop Lucid from getting in.
He didn't get the reset!
He immediately goes down. That is gigantic, but look at aiming. Totally untouched, and Yehu's too low. Nobody is alive that deals damage on the side of DRX except Zombie Scion, I guess. Okay, aiming, you really have to respect the Zombie Scion. We were just talking about this. Nearly dies to him trying to get the kill on the backside. And they have Cho. They have Cho, so you just take the objective and make it work. Now, what happens after the objective? Okay, they're going to run away. And no, DK says we want to fight. They're going to get the root down here on Rich. He is getting poked down a decent amount. And now we finally have that Jhin ult coming out here. This is the one you meant. A Sponge might go into that GA. Final shot goes into Yehu, and he's just not able to do damage. They're just being run down until the first domino to fall. It looks like the Miasma going to stop Lucid from doing any other shenanigans, but they got the Baron.
The redo on that fight, his barrel goes in.
The bait of all time. Gonna get the GA, and maybe the Sponge. Looking for it, and yes, they will absolutely get the Sponge. I think aiming hit the cone instead of the Sponge, which would have just gotten the job done anyway.
Yeah,
Didn't even get up to
about
6.
About to be 6.
Yeah, he's just running. Okay, nice flash here from Xiu. Xiu just knows that he just has to be alive. And so flash doesn't really matter as long as he plays safe from here.
I do feel like he keeps walking into flags, which he probably doesn't have to do.
Yeah. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe just trying to bait them. Not sure. As this time, once again, definitely trying to fight here and trying to bait them into this, I suppose. Xiu getting incredibly low. He's going to go for the feast there on a ridge, and he takes basically forever to die.
No!
But Showmaker's not here as the engage comes in onto Andil. And he's getting incredibly low, and finally Showmaker's coming on in. He's going to immediately steal that Alistar ultimate, and now he's unkillable under the turret, just chasing down Teddy, who is alone. Should be able to get this disengaged cone, but still, it's not good news for DRX as they're being run around.
Really, it's the Elder.
Still feast it.
Yes.
Or, no, maybe he wants to save the cooldown. Okay, that's smarter.
I'm thinking Rich can clear.
Don't even have to take the Elder at all. just go for the base. And
well, they are.
They're going to try to force it because they kind of have to. The engage. Oh, down goes Andil immediately. Just not even able to put his ult on as he gets CC down, I suppose.
They don't have feast, though.
They don't have feast. Okay, just going to come down to a good old smite fight. Who's going to get it? Looking for Yehu in the back line. And that's the jungler of DK gone.
Wait, Sponge is alive.
Sponge, he's got an opportunity, but does he have the damage? Yes, he does. He gets the Elder. But the game might still be over. You just knew it would be an Elder flip in this one. We just had to have it for the culture. And now the Scion is just trying to hold the wave, and it's just so sad. Rich is going to go down, and not even Zombie Scion can stop the inevitable here. He's going to get a pretty high damage number. And you know what? I mean, Alistar, no, he's dead too. That's going to do it. We got the Zonias coming in. DK having some fun, but they get it done in a 45-minute Game 3 banger.
For whatever vote. That's my comment right there. I am not to be held accountable for any vote. I don't know. This series took a lot out of, I think, both teams.
And by the way, we have T1 versus KT, the telecom war, coming up next, guys. But we're going to find out very soon as aiming did 65,000 damage on the Jhin.
Yeah, that's why I was... Any boom damage voters?
Sure, I mean, at the end of this, you know,
I do also think
maybe Lucid gets votes too because people forgot about Game 1 'cause it was
over
like eons ago.
Over the course of the series, I think Aiden was the most consistent player. But when it comes to the plays that won,
yeah,
I do think Showmaker does make a lot of sense.
And it will be Showmaker at the end of the day.
Actually, the fact he only died 3 times in a series as messy as this, I feel good about. I'm like...
So Showmaker actually going to make it onto the top 5 POM standings board.
Which is
we said at the same time, that was crazy.
I know. Jinx.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Sierra for the POM interview translation, joined by Showmaker on the side of T plus Kia.
감사합니다.
Congratulations!
네, 승리 소감 먼저 부탁드리겠습니다.
How are you feeling after that victory? Yeah, our match game time was actually so long, each of the games, and it was just so exhausting, but I'm still happy that we were able to win.
사실 DRX를 상대로 디플러스 기아가 23년도부터 져본 적이 없어요.
So since 2023, D plus Kia has never lost against DRX, and you guys were on a 11-match winning streak. You must have felt pretty confident today. So what mindset did you have going into the match? I think we have enough confidence going into our match today. And just based off of that confidence, and I think it was actually something that reflected through our gameplay today. DK took the reverse sweep victory today. Game 1, of course, was extremely long, a 50-minute battle that ended up being a painful loss. So what did you need to work on after? I think based on our composition, I felt like we were playing a little too passively. So from Game 2, we really wanted to be more proactive with our gameplay. And in Game 3, you guys picked Cho'Gath, which just feels like D plus Kia's signature pick now. And out of all the champions that are tanks, why did you go with Cho'Gath? We believe that Cho'Gath, when you are picking him as a counter pick, he tends to be a really good one. And of course, our Cho'Gath lost pretty big during the laning phase. But in the end, I believe that Cho'Gath did fit into our composition today in Game 3. Yeah, the Cho'Gath pick didn't work out the way you intended, and the enemy Cassio seemed to counter DK's champions very well. So what was your job as Silas? Yeah, so I think Cassio feels like a very good counter against Silas. And we felt like, based on the draft, it's just something that we do have to deal with. So I think I just really wanted to try to focus on winning team fight and support our team. It looked like with Silas, you constantly hijacked Alistar's ult. So was this intended? Honestly, their comp was just so hard to go against, and there was really nothing else that I could steal. And I think the entire game, I just felt like, oh, I can't do anything without Alistar's ult. So I was always looking and trying to find and track down the Alistar, and the Alistar was always just hiding in the bush. So I just had to just chase him down the entire time. So is this something that you were thinking of doing since the draft? Yeah, Alistar's ult is just so important in the team fight. I just had to really keep that cleanse going. And you got your back-to-back victory, and for your third win in a row, you will face DN Freaks. What is your mindset? We were able to secure our winning streak, and I hope that we're able to keep it up and keep our form in order to go ahead and secure our third win in a row. And that's the end of the interview with Showmaker, and back to the space. Thank you.